Hello and welcome back to Black Voices, a podcast where we explore the stories, experiences, and the identities of Black individuals living in Japan. I'm your host, Kate Brown, and I'm so excited to launch the 4th episode with someone very special to me, my father. Dad, thank you so much for joining me. It really does mean a lot. To start off, could you introduce yourself and share a little bit about your background?
Yes, thanks for having me, Kate. So my name is Charlie Sanford Brown. I was in the Navy for 13 years and the Air Force for 3 years.
Great, yeah. So, starting off with questions about your hometown, Alabama. Growing up in Alabama and then moving to Japan, how did those very different environments shape the way you operate or see yourself?
Very different. So Alabama was very rural, and you need a car or you ride a bicycle.
Country.
Yeah, countryside. And here in Japan, you either catching the bus or taking the train. So very different concepts of travel.
So transportation was the biggest impact of transportation.
Yeah, because I remember in high school, I used to ride a bike or run everywhere. Right here, you see people riding bicycles or walking everywhere.
True. Yeah. Next question: what parts of your experience in the Air Force prepared you for life in Japan, both personally and professionally?
Okay, so one would be communication, speaking to senior officers or generals. I guess kind of prepared me for as talking to city hall staff or hospital doctors, where you need to be more proper and more proper.
How about personally, something the Air Force helps you?
I would say probably the Navy. The Navy helped me prepare to think on my feet fast and not to sweat the load on different things.
So just a better instinct of survival, I guess.
Oh yeah, the Navy is very good survival mode.
Yeah. Okay. So now, looking back, what have been some of the most positive or surprising moments about living in Japan for so many years, considering you've lived here more longer?
Yeah, you did say that, right?
Yeah.
I lived in Japan longer than I ever lived in America.
Yeah.
So one would be you, right? You was born here, yeah. So, but yeah, I would say the daily lifestyle of Japan is very fast compared to Alabama. So personally, would be the faster lifestyle. And what was the other question? Professional, yeah. So many Japanese people are very professional. The dress.
Surprising moments.
Oh, surprising moments?
Yeah, professional was the last question.
Okay, surprising moments in Japan. Baseball games.
That's a big thing.
Yeah. So they play music, and every player has a theme song,
like a chant.
Yeah. So remember we went to Koshien a couple of times, right?
Yeah, Koshien's very known for baseball and everything. Yeah.
Right. So we went in the rain. Remember, yeah.
Yeah. Next question: how has Japan influenced the way you think about family, culture, and community compared to your life in Alabama? So start off with family, maybe.
Okay, so family in Alabama, you figure every major holiday you will visit maybe 4 or 5 different relatives. Where here in Japan, they're not visiting any relatives. Only when someone dies, they get together for a couple of hours. So I would say definitely the family instinct in America is stronger than here in Japan.
Yeah, I mean, the dynamic I feel is very more intimate in that way. Yeah. How about culture? I mean, I guess it's hard to say culture because obviously Japan has that unique kind of sense of differences compared to others, but the States, I guess it's 4th of July or Christmas or something.
Those holidays, yeah, the major holidays will be different. Christmas, we just had Labor Day, and there's no Labor Day. Well, there's a Labor Day in Japan, but not in November, September, right?
Yeah.
The next holiday in Japan is going to be the Silver Week, September 21, 22. So that would be different.
How about like community? So it's kind of similar to family, but like I don't know, friends, work
So like
places.
in America, they still have like high school buddies going to whatever they did when they was in high school. They still have those type of reunion, whether they're BBQ or every year they have their when they entered the company. Similar to Japan in December, Bonekai, right? So the end of the year party. But in America, maybe the day they entered the company, they would have a party. So now in America is American football season. So it's crazy now. So Friday night you have high school football. Saturday you have college, and on Sundays you have professional. So they go crazy over that.
So community based again is more like tighter. Like I feel like you said with the workplaces, like a lot of Japanese people do get together, but it's more like on a surface level, like compared to like actual, I guess, like high school buddies. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's interesting to see the friendship dynamic, even though it's kind of the same.
Yeah, but then if you go back in Japan 20 years ago, 30 years ago, when I first came here, you had the like Bonodori that brought the neighborhood together.
Bonodori.
Yes.
Omatsuri.
Yeah. So those are the neighborhood things. But the thing now that so many people move, and when they move into a new house, they don't introduce themselves to the neighborhood.
Oh yeah. It's less community.
Involvement, right?
Way more conservative, I guess.
Nowadays.
No, yeah. Number 6, what advice would you give to other Black veterans or even younger people who might be considering living here long term?
Advice. So I would give them advice to go shopping at outlet stores instead of the department stores. Living near the base where they can go and get their experience of American culture.
Like not so far away from home. Like at the same time being, touched with Japanese culture, but still like having that kind of convenience, I guess.
Yeah, like feeling like you're still in America, right?
Like, yeah, I feel like a lot of, I don't know, foreigners do get culture shock, just because like obviously it doesn't matter if you're from Europe or Africa, like any kind of place. I feel like it's just very different from a country like Japan. So yeah, I think that's honestly like, I think that's really good to like be close to the base, I guess.
Yes.
Is there any other like advice for, I guess, younger people or?
I would give them advice to get a Japanese driver's license so they can drive around to experience more places in Japan instead of walking or catching a train. Could be expensive, but if you have your own car, you can drive where you want to go.
Also, it's like, I think it's hard to navigate sometimes. Even though you have Google Maps, like the kanjis, I feel like that throws you off a little bit. Did you feel like that when you came? I know it's like a while back, but like considering Japanese is such a hard language to master.
Yeah, so you're talking about like 30 years? I mean, you're talking about no Google no Google Maps. You probably don't know, but Japanese have these navigation books, and there's no street. Yeah, it was like a little book you had to carry around. Was the map. So
you just had to color code or something,
or you had to be able to read it because a lot of the streets do not have names. So big struggles.
Yeah. The penultimate question: after spending so many years in Japan, how has your taste in music changed or blended with the culture here, and how does that still connect you back to your roots? I ask this because obviously I think a lot of things that gets influenced from America and Japan, I feel like, are fashion or music, or I guess especially in Tokyo, like Gen Z, like there's a lot of stuff that are trendy because it's American, or trendy because it's like just, I guess, kind of different from Japanese culture. So especially like for music, I know you're very into music, like with the whole DJ and stuff, and so I just wanted to, like, yeah, like how, what do you think?
Well, like here in Japan, you would have like a professional musician,
Mm,
but he would call himself, I'm still a novice.
humble.
Right, very humble. So you have some super duper pianists, uh, jazz saxophone players. These people are like straight professionals, and they often have many live concerts.
Mm.
But I would definitely say like the jazz music here if anything, it's just gotten more better. You have a couple. Oh, yeah, rock bands.
Mm.
You always see like junior high school girls walking around with the guitars, right? High school students. So rock bands in high school is like still popular today, even from 30 years ago. Live concerts are everywhere. Gospel. So being a black man, so a lot of the gospel here in Japan now has increased.
Soul music.
Yes.
Has your like music? I guess obviously over the years, people's music taste does change, but like, have you explored like J-pop, or like, has it always been kind of like
Inca? You had that one boy.
Inca?
Yeah, he was singing Inca. Because Inca is almost like the blues.
Mm.
Right?
But Japanese
Yeah, Japanese language, right? But Inca, and yeah, they're jazz concerts. So listening to a little lady trying to sing like Aretha Franklin, it can be comical at times, but when you actually listen, it's just a little bit off. Right, it's just a little bit off, but I can still catch the meaning.
Yeah.
And I have that feeling like, oh, you did a good job.
Yeah, especially like since I think the generation is changing so much, like within the span of like 5 years, I guess. There's just so much more different elements within music as well. Like it used to be a lot of J-pop, K-pop around like maybe 3 years ago, even still now, but I guess like it's always evolving, so it's never like, I don't know, it's never definite or something. So I feel like I like how you're still able to, have interest in Inca or blues, soul music, something like that. Like having variations is interesting, always, because like music is also like a big part of people's lives. I feel like a lot of people do underestimate the importance of music, even when you're exploring different cultures.
Well, here in Japan, they have a jazz, I guess you can say, kind of like a route. So from 3 or 4 different clubs in Tokyo, coming all the way down to Kobe, Sone, and they have this little like different days they play. So from Tokyo, Nagoya, Kyoto.
So it's like a tour.
Yeah, like a tour. They have like a yearly tours. They kind of stopped during Corona, but it's picked back up. So jazz in Japan is like real
big.
Yeah, it's big.
That's interesting. Yeah. Number 8, last question. After spending most of your life in Japan, when you think about home, how do you define it?
I think about home, I think about Nishinomiya. So like when I'm traveling around Tokyo, I'm like, oh, this is not like Nishinomiya, or this is like Nishinomiya. So, yeah, I really would say Nishinomiya is my home.
Is it because of like the timeline? Like you've been here longer, you've created family, like you've had more connections.
I love baseball. The baseball stadium here in Nishinomiya. I always went to the games. I played American football here in Nishinomiya. I played for Nishinomiya Bruins. You was born here in Nishinomiya. So for me, Nishinomiya has a big impact of my life. Right? So going to Kabutayama, doing Sakura or Shikagawa, going to Nishinomiya Hama, you playing in the water, picking up
rocks, seashells?
Yeah, seashells, right? So
Rocks, yeah.
you going to the ice arena, ice skating
Yeah.
in Nishinomiya. So me and you going bowling in Nishinomiya, right? So my memories of the last 20 years have been Nishinomiya. So
Yeah.
that's my home.
I honestly, obviously, I can say the same as well because I was born here and everything. But it's just interesting how, even though you are American and you're from Alabama, like the fact that you are so connected and interlinked with such a country that's so different, yet a city that's also like, I guess not that popular. Like obviously compared to Tokyo or Osaka, like not a lot of things going on, but it's obviously I think it's the timeline as well. Like the fact that you've made so much memories and everything. Obviously, yeah, I couldn't agree more personally.
Well, thank you.
But yeah, that brings us to the end of today's episode. Dad, thank you so much for sharing your story and wisdom. It's such a privilege to have you as my fourth guest speaker.
And thank you for having me.
Of course. And thank you for everyone listening. I hope you found today's conversation meaningful, and I look forward to seeing you next on Black Voices.